everyone, it's Maddie from Blooming Lovely Looms, and today I'll be doing a starburst on a Sunshine Loom because it got suggested by Trisha. Hello. Yep, so I'm going to be using white, and then for my outside, my border, and then I'm using blue, purple, green, red and yellow for my inside stars. So to start off, you want to make the border. So you want to start from the middle and go to the right, and then the middle to the left, and then you're making a straight line up to where you desire to have the length of the bracelet. So from the right, I'm going to go straight up. I'm just going to go up this way. Okay, I'm just going to twist it now. I'm only going to go up to 13 because that gives you the main idea, and you can adjust it to whatever size you want. When you get to your point, you don't want to go up, you actually want to go in. Like that, then in again, and from there we're going to go back to the start and go along the left side. Flip it around and keep going. On the last one, you don't really need to do anything special, you just need to clip it on. Okay, so it should look a bit like this if I spin it slowly. A bit like a tail or an arrow pointing that way. Now we're going to do our stars. So I'm going to start off with blue. And what you want to do is you use this middle peg here. So not the very bottom one, the next one up. And you go from here diagonally to your right. And then, oops, move a bit. And then from the middle to the bottom right. Then you want to go from the middle straight down, middle to the bottom left, middle to the top left, and middle to the very top. So there will be a bunched amount of bands on here, but that's fine. Just push them down a bit. Now I'm going to go on to my next colour, which is purple. And you want to go straight on to, so you want to skip the one that you were just using, and you want to go to your top right. Then from the middle to the bottom right, middle to the bottom, so that's straight down, middle to the bottom left. I'm going to push it down a bit, otherwise I'm going to have no room. Middle to the top left, and middle to the very top. So as you can see, you did end up looming on this side, and they overlap. Now I'm going to go on to my next colour, which is green. From the middle, top right, middle, bottom left, middle, bottom. Make sure they go over both the pegs. Middle, bottom left, middle, top left, and then middle up. Push them down. Now I'm moving on to my red, I think, yep. Middle, top right, middle, top left, middle, bottom, middle, bottom left, middle, top left, push it down, middle, top. Now I'm going into my last colour, yellow, middle, top right, middle, bottom right, middle, bottom, middle, bottom left, and middle, bottom, middle, top left, and middle, top. If you haven't already noticed, we're actually going in a clockwise pattern, and you want to stick to that pattern because it helps when you're actually putting them on. Now I'm just going to go back to my starting colour, which is blue. And a reminder, you can use whatever colours you want. Go middle, top left, middle, oh that's the right, sorry, middle, top right, middle, bottom right, middle, bottom, middle to the bottom left now, middle to the top left, and middle to the very top. Okay, now you want to go back along these and you want to get your colour. So I'm going to start with white. You want to do a double cap, so twist into a figure 8 shape and pull over your fingers, and that's a cap band done. And then over the top of the rest of these, you want to grab your colour and put a cap band on them. Yeah, and I'll go yellow now. Pull it out, cross it over, put it on. Red. So now I'm going a bit backwards because I've flipped it around getting ready to hook it. And green. Pull it out, cross it over and put it over your fingers. Okay, so on that one. No, I didn't do my purple. Okay, if you did miss one, just put the cap on that. Okay, now we can start hooking. The process is pretty simple. So first off, you want to go from this blue band that's connected over here. What I like to do is I just pull back my cap band, and normally I can't get my band from it, so I pull it out so I can see the band, and I pick it off and put it over the top. Then you can just let it go. Then from there I get my other band, cap band, and I pull it out so I can get my top one, and then you got to drop it in before, otherwise it's too tight. Wiggle it a bit, loosen it a bit so it comes off, pull it towards there. And we're going anti-clockwise now, so just remember that, because it's always the top band. If you can't find it, you just go towards where the band is coming from and you can pick it out from there. And you can pull all these bands out so that it doesn't get stuck. That's it, get stuck. Okay. When you're hooking, you'll see where your band's met here, and you'll also see your cap band, and that's fine, so don't think it looks broken, because it's not broken. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so that's what the first one looks like a little sunshine. Then we're going to get your yellow. pull it off and put it on over the cap band. I'm going to push down those because there's a lot of them there. I'm going to get my cap band and pull that out so I can get my first one. And then pull that over. Now, once you've done that, it should be a lot easier to get the bands because the cap band's automatically pulled out for you. If they are stuck, just loosen them a bit. It's just because they're getting stuck around the corner. Then go forward. Ooh, that's not the forward one. I'm going to get the one that goes forward. Otherwise it stuffs it up, and when you take it off, it ends up wrong, and we don't want that because it'll break it. No, it's not coming. Oh, there we go. Okay. Gotta get this one because that one goes forward. That's better. Okay, now we've done the second one, and that looks a bit like a sun as well. Weird shaped sun. Now we're going on to the red. So pull that over the cap band. Pull out your cap band. Unless you don't need to. That's perfectly fine. Loosen them a bit. Careful if you've gotten them quite cheap, the bands. You need to be really careful when you're pulling them, especially if there's lots of bands on top of them, because you don't want them breaking, because that is very hard to fix and most likely results in you having to start again. And if you've gotten this far, you probably don't want to be starting again. Okay, now I've done my red. Still has the same look as all the others. Go on to my green. Pull the green over. I still am pulling back that cap band because otherwise I'm going to be here forever trying to get out of that cap band. Keep following the same anti-clockwise pattern. After this one, I've only got 2 more to go. This does take a bit of time, but it's good. Okay, I'm on my purple now. Got 2 bands there, we only need the one. You'll be able to tell if you've grabbed the wrong band because it won't go in the same direction as you want it to. It'll go in a different direction. So if you do that, you just need to pull it back onto the same peg very carefully because you don't want it breaking or falling off. Alright, I'm onto my last star now. Just going to flip it around, get my blue and pull it onto the cap band, and then I'm going to pull back my cap band if I can grab it, which I can, and then get your next one, which I see I haven't put on properly, but I can fix that. They're not coming. Wrong band, that's probably why. Alright, I'm on my second last band to pull over now. And last one. Now we're going back to the start where the white bands are, because now we need to do the border. Yep. Okay, when with the border, you want to pull back the white cap and get the top band again. and you're going to pull that to the right, and then you want to get the second one and pull it to the right. And just before I finish, I'd like to say thank you for commenting, Trisha, because it's good to hear ideas for what I should do. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this little clip. Thought I'd say it halfway through just so you can get it. Okay, when you're hooking from my left, I'm just going to go straight all the way to the end. So that's pretty much just like with normal hooking. If you can't get certain bands, just get your finger and pull them back and then get it. Sometimes bands are tough. And if you can't get it on the side, pull it over. Okay, keep going, keep hooking. This should be a fast process depending on how good your bands are. Okay, so I'm going from the red, and you want to just keep pulling back. And like I was saying before, depending on how good your bands are, if they're good quality ones or not, depends on how fast you can actually do the hooking. And my bands probably aren't the best, that's why it's taking a while, because some of them are being annoying and not wanting to come out. Okay, I'm nearly at the end from my long side. I call this the long side because it's got bigger gaps in the middle. And normally this is the side where all my bands start to break, because they can't stretch that far, which is frustrating. Luckily, with my bad bands, I will be getting some new bands soon. 7,200 to be precise. Right now I'm just going to show you how to do a band change if one snaps, because one of mine snapped. So what you want to do is you want to get this one first. I'm getting my white and my blue. And you just got to take them off, but not like all the way off, you just want them off that one hook. And then you just put it over, and they should go over quite easily. And then with this side, you just pull that one off, and you put it on like that. And then you put your bands back on. And just make sure they're all in line. I think mine are. Yeah, they are. And then you can keep going. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the start or the end, and I'm going to go from my right side. So same as before, just pull back the bands and get the bottom one. These ones normally are stretchier because it's a shorter distance, so it should be easier to pull them across. Same hooking process as the other side or with any single loom. If you guys have any suggestions for certain bands you want me to make, I'm happy to listen to them. So put them in the comment box below and I can get back to you on them. Okay, I'm very close to my end now. I'm on my last diagonal one. Just going to pull that across. Should come off quite easily and go over there. Okay, now what you want to do, just going to get my S-clip. Oh, I have like 50 in here. Okay, I didn't realise. And you want to get a white band. And what you want to do is you want to poke your hook through all the bands and pull this through like that. So it's like this. And you want to do a slip knot. So just, oops. Okay, I'm going to redo that. Okay, so you put it on the hook. So you should be able to pull it. And when it's through, it should still be on that hook. And you just want to leave it on the thing, on the hooker. Or you can put it into a slip knot. That's fine. And keep it on there. You want to twist this around back to the start. And before you do anything else, you just want to put this S-clip on so that it's ready for when you take it off. Okay, hopefully that doesn't come off because I don't think I hooked that one properly. Alright, now time to take it off. So usually I hold the band that we just put on there and I have to pull it off like this because it's not strong enough. And now I'm still got hold of this, so it should be fine. And you just want to pull it off like you would with a normal bracelet. And it should all stay together. Some are easier to take off than others. You just want to be quite careful that you don't pull them too hard that they break. That's the worst when they break. First thing. This is looking quite good. You can see the distinct colours. That's why I like using white or maybe even black on the ends because it gives it a nice touch. Okay, I am done. That is what it looks like. Oh, you probably can't see it there. Put it there. Or there. That's what it looks like. It has many nice colours on it, which I actually like a lot because colours are cool. It looks nice because it's very rainbowy and I think I've made a good choice of colours here. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe and like and comment. I love seeing positive comments because I've gotten quite a few lately and it's really made me have the biggest smile like you wouldn't believe. And make sure to follow my Instagram, my Facebook and my Pinterest. They've all exploded with your coolness because you've started following them and you've commented and pinned and everything on it. So that'll all be in the descriptions box below and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!